Hello friends, today in this tutorial I will be showing you that how to embed the Twitter timeline of a particular username inside Twitter. We will be embedding tweets here, so you can see on your screen this is a username and we are embedding the first 20 tweets of his timeline. So you can see that the username is there. You can go to twitter.com and you can pick any username of your choice. This is a username that you will see here. Simply you need to copy this username and just write here. Let me refresh the application. It is Angular 13 application. Here you can just write this username, so which is MANUS05. So as you type it, automatically the tweets will be fetched here. You will see that automatically the tweets are fetched here. You will see that first 22 tweets have been fetched from this timeline. So you will see all these tweets are same. So you can take any example of it. um just go to twitter.com, just pick a username of your choice and pick the username. So simply copy this username and here replace it, paste it. So I think you need to write this. So grant. So if you just write this, automatically the tweets will be fetched here. If you just write random username, let's suppose Arun that I write, so you will see all these username will be fetched here. So this is Angular 13 application, guys. So we are fetching these tweets and displaying it on the screen, first 20 tweets. So I will be showing you how to do this process. All the source code will be there inside video description. I have written a complete blog post on my website codingshiksha.com, and all the source code is given in the video description. So just go to the video description to download all the source code. And now let's get started, guys, by building this application. For building this application, I am using a special module of Angular. npmjs.com, just go to it and search for this module, which is ngx Twitter timeline. So basically, guys, we are not using Twitter API. We are just do not using any sort of API. Simply we are using this module which lets you display the tweets of a particular username on your website. So you will see. And now I will show you the all the things. Let me delete all the code and start from scratch so that we can start from scratch. So let me delete all this code here from scratch. So now you can see that, guys, this is an empty project here. Let me refresh it. So now you will see nothing is there. So it is now currently empty. This is currently new Angular 13 project. So the very first thing you need to do is that you need to install two dependencies. First, we will be installing Bootstrap. So npm I Bootstrap. So this will be useful for designing the user interface of the application. So install this module. And the second module you need to install is the module that I tell you, ngx Twitter timeline. So I have already installed these two modules, so I will not install it once again. I will start the application ngserve, and now just move to your source folder and go to app, and then inside app.module.ts file. So this is a file which you need to here, and here you need to import the library that you have installed. Import from ngx Twitter timeline, and from this you need to import your module, which will be ngx Twitter timeline module. Sorry, Twitter timeline module. And here you need to go to the imports array, just add this module ngx Twitter timeline module. That's it. Now close this file. And after that, guys, you need to move to your this styles.css file, which is a global style sheet, and you need to copy paste this line. This is essentially we will import Bootstrap, which we have installed. So at the rate import, and then inside double quotes we will write this symbol, and then followed by bootstrap slash dist slash css slash bootstrap dot css. Basically we are providing the location of the css file of bootstrap which is stored. That's it. Close this. Now we can access, go to our app.component file, and here we can use the container class of bootstrap, and here we can have a heading in the center position. So we can just say embed Twitter timeline of username. So basically, if you do this, if you check your time, you will see this is a heading. You can also give two break tags. After that, we can have one, two again, one break tag, and again we can have a simple form group class of bootstrap. Inside this, we can declare input type of text, and here we can give the name attribute to URL, and we will give the placeholder that enter username. So enter the Twitter username, so for which you need to display the tweets. So after that, guys, what you need to do is that here we will be providing a reference to this input field. So we can do this by hash symbol, and then we can say URL. So basically we can access it inside Angular application. So after that, you also need to provide the class, which is a bootstrap class, form control. So now if you refresh it, this is the input field out there. You will see that enter username. So here the user will enter the username of Twitter. And after that, guys, we also need to attach a one other attribute, which is on key up. So whenever you enter any sort of, this function will automatically trigger, which is key up. So we will get the value which the user has written by using get value. This function we will create, and here we can get the value simply by using box dot value. That's it. Now our input field is complete, guys. So after that, div we can display our tweets right here. So we will have a component here which will be ngx Twitter timeline. So this is a tag here. So inside this tag, this takes some options, two options it takes. So we will attach these options. First is square brackets data, so whatever data you need to print out. So we will be giving the variable, we will declare it inside app.component.ts file. For now, we just need to initialize it to data. And the second is the options. So basically, it takes the how many tweets you need to display on the screen. So the maximum tweets you can display is 20. So we will give the option tweet limit. This can range up to 1 to 20. So we will display maximum tweets, which is 20 of the user. That's it. So this file is complete. Now we need to move to the app.component.ts file. So here, first of all, what we need to do is that we need to display, oh sorry, declare the variable which is data, which we have declared inside our template file. So you will see we are declaring it equaling it to data. So we have declared this variable. So after that, guys, what we need to do is that we need to declare that function get value. So whichever value user writes, this will be captured here. So here what we need to do is that we need to initialize this.data is equal to, and this will be equal to a object source type. We will initialize source type to the is equal to URL, and we will make the URL of the person by its username. So URL will be equal to the value which the user has written. That's it. And now after that, what we can do, we can, that's it. The application is now complete, guys. So now we can test this application. So it is saying, sorry, it is saying property box doesn't exist on type app component. Sorry, guys, let me see. Oh, yeah, this needs to be URL, because whatever is the name property is URL. This needs to be URL. Why it is showing that? Box. Oh, sorry. This needs to be URL dot value, not box dot value, because the name attribute is URL, not box. So that is why it was creating the problem. Now it is compiled successfully. So now we can search for the username. Let's suppose we write Arun. So you will see now it will fetch the tweets here. It will display the first 22 tweets of the Arun account here. So in this similar way, you can pick out any username. Let's suppose we write here Virat Kohli. You can search for any username. Just go to, so let me write once again. This is a username of the person. So we can say I am, you can just write this here inside your input field. Let me cross check what is IM. So if you just write this, you will see your tweets is automatically fetched the first 20 tweets. So I think this is a very awesome application. You should definitely try it and integrate it inside your own website also if you want to. All the source code will be there inside video description. I have given the link in the video description. Please hit the like button, subscribe the channel, and don't forget to hit the notification bell icon for more videos like this. And I will be seeing you next video.